Tim Cook is cooking up some hardware magic over at Apple with their upcoming redesigned MacBook Pro. And based on all the new leaks and rumors coming out for this new model, I have a very good feeling that they're gonna win the laptop market war, making it next to impossible for Windows laptops to compete. So in this video, I'm gonna go through 5 major leaked features and changes that I believe will help make this happen. Now, number 1 is cellular connectivity that Mark Gurman just leaked last week. If iPads with Apple Silicon chips can have cellular connectivity, what's stopping Apple from bringing it to the MacBook Pro? Well, basically nothing other than Apple's planned rollout, and Mark Gurman said that it could happen as soon as 2026 or later, which actually matches the date for Apple's redesigned MacBook Pro model, but of course there's a chance that Apple could redesign it first and wait a year or 2 before actually implementing cellular into the MacBook Pro because of Mark Gurman's leaked 3-year modem push for Apple's own custom 5G modem. He just revealed that Apple has code names for 3 of them, with the 3rd one having a goal of finally beating Qualcomm. The first would be Sinope coming next year, then Ganymede in 2026, and Prometheus in 2027, but we're not exactly sure which one Apple's gonna choose to put into their very first cellular Mac. But Apple's gonna bring 5G connectivity to the mainstream laptop market in every single MacBook Pro. Having that option is going to be such a huge benefit, especially since Apple's working on a custom modem with the 5G connectivity, the Wi-Fi, and the Bluetooth all in one chip. And of course, we know Apple's going to make it super efficient compared to every other option out there. Now, the second major leaked feature is actually something that just leaked the other day. The new redesigned OLED MacBook Pros will no longer have a notch. Yes, finally, I am so excited about this. But before I explain how it's gonna work, let me first show you the best Wi-Fi doorbell you can get that has no monthly subscription at all and with many cool and free features. This right here is the Tapo 2K battery and hardwired video doorbell from our sponsor TP-Link that has an incredible field of view of 180 degrees, so you see everything that's happening at your front door. It has an incredible 10,000 milliamp hour capacity that gets you 8 months of continuous recording on a single charge, and it was super easy to install on my front door, and it comes with a chime in the box that you plug in, which is awesome. And I love that it has all these features that most companies make you pay for, but are all included for free in this doorbell, like Ring Call. When someone presses the button, you get to speak to them directly from your phone, and AI detection for packages, cars, and people. And with all of that, it's worry-free and hassle-free at a very affordable price. So definitely check it out for yourself and pick one up using our links in the description and pinned comment below. Now, getting back to the MacBook Pro and the removal of the notch, this is a really big deal for a couple of different reasons. First of all, no notch is gonna look great. It's gonna look so nice and sleek, but if you think about the other benefits, there's gonna be more space for menu bar items, which sometimes if you have too many and it gets too close to the notch, they actually disappear and you can't find them, which is so annoying. And on top of that, the hole punch is gonna look so minimalistic and nice instead of having that big notch there, and Apple can probably shrink the bezels even further for a nicer looking display, or they can even just make the design more compact. But the big deal to me is that now Apple could actually bring the dynamic island to the new MacBook Pro, since the surrounding pixels will actually be display next to the hole punch, making it a dynamic island like we have on the iPhone. But get this, we actually had real leaks from Apple's internal code that showed an icon of a MacBook with a dynamic island on the display. Now, I personally believe that this is the only way that Apple can make their MacBook Pro display stand out from the rest of the Windows laptop world. And Apple's the only company in the world that can do this because they have full control over their hardware design, their chip, and their software to make it run seamlessly. Now, for leaked feature number 3, we have Face ID, which has been leaked to come to the MacBooks. Now, this has leaked multiple times over the past few years, and I was personally shocked that the 2021 MacBook Pro redesign with the notch didn't have Face ID, but it turns out that the true depth Face ID sensors were too thick to place into the MacBook's lid, so Apple just couldn't do it. But guess what? Apple's been working on a redesigned and more compact Face ID sensor package, which in my opinion is going to be thin enough to fit into the MacBook's lid. And this is going to be a huge deal because Windows has had Windows Hello Tech for a long time. And in my opinion, it makes sense for Apple to bring it to the new upcoming redesign in 2026 because Apple usually only does a redesign every few years, and in between those years, the display and design of the chassis just stays the same. So that points to there being no redesign after this one until 2031. So if Apple's gonna add Face ID at any point, it makes sense to do it now with this upcoming redesign in 2026. Now for leaked upgrade number 4, this one is gonna be a huge deal, and of course that's the tandem OLED display, which I think is the best possible display you can ever get. Why? Well, because regular OLED displays are always great. There's a lot of Windows laptops that come with them. They're great for contrast, color accuracy, screen response time, but the biggest drawback is screen brightness, not being able to get anywhere near the 1600 nits peak that Apple's current mini LED display can reach. However, here comes tandem OLED to save the day because it's the best of the best since it has 2 OLED panels stacked on top of each other to double the brightness up to 1600 nits, which is just crazy. So there's basically no downside. And since it's using 2 separate panels, the effects of OLED burn-in are mitigated because most of the time, each OLED panel gets to run at lower power individually since you're using 2 of them stacked to double the brightness. It's literally the best of the best tech, and it's coming to the redesigned MacBook Pros, and that's why I'm waiting to upgrade my M1 Max MacBook Pro until those tandem OLED models come out. And finally, for leaked feature number 5, we had rumors from Mark Gurman of a redesigned chassis that will be thinner. And how is Apple gonna achieve a thinner design while not overheating? Well, for 3 main reasons. The first one is that in 2026, we're expecting the first 2nm chips from TSMC, which will be in the M6 series of chips, and they're gonna be super efficient since the transistors will be smaller. And not only that, but it'll be the first chips from TSMC using GAAFET node technology. The second reason is that Apple will implement graphene cooling pads to improve the cooling performance, which has been leaked, but Apple hasn't done it just yet. And the third reason is that Apple's probably gonna bring a brand new battery cell tech that's gonna allow them to pack more juice into a thinner battery package. And those 3 things are gonna allow Apple to make the redesigned MacBook Pros even thinner. So with all of these 5 major leaks and changes, including Apple's insane lead in terms of chip performance and efficiency, I'm struggling to find a way that Windows laptops will be able to beat these new MacBook Pros in terms of value, and I'm so excited to see it happen. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know your thoughts down below, and definitely subscribe for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.